Good morning, good afternoon or good night whenever you pick this up. I think it's necessary to give further talks on the subject of erectile dysfunction to clear up some misunderstandings that are not covered by the videos that are already on the net, and that is the biological content, the actual natural physics, quantum physics, if you like, the quantum mechanics of sexual attraction. Now, this is something that seems to be misunderstood, especially amongst people who are used to instant excitement, instant dating, instant food, instant everything, instant gratification. There seems to be, I am suspecting that erectile dysfunction or sexual dysfunction between men and women, let's call it that, what it is caused by attitudes as well as many other natural causes. One of the problems, or why the problem may occur in the long run, is because in the initial stages of the relationship, people far too often rush into bed with each other when they're not really ready, and in many cases women will initiate it because they think, I've got to have this man, I have to have a man. So they find a man they find physically attractive, and if they haven't had sex for a while, they will be excited about the man's own excitement about making love with her. So they get it on, they get it off, and there's become a relationship that's based on an immature attitude towards each other in the very first place. Now, because women are odd creatures, I don't apologise to all women, but women are different to men in the fact that women lose their excitement about a bloke, about a man, after about 2 years. It's natural. There are not very few women, and I've been married several times, but and for different reasons. Their marriages fail, but the women do lose their excitement for the man after about 2 years. After that, their excitement diminishes. Now, when men pester women about sex and all that, that makes it worse. It's going to make it worse for them. And that will result in erectile dysfunction in the man, because the chemistry, she's not giving off the chemistry that excites the man. The chemistry has changed. Not only that, the important thing, I did it in a previous video, and it needs to be understood and tried to elaborate on further, that we all have our own odours, sexual odours. What many men do, and make a grave mistake, they wear perfumes. I've never worn perfume, I think it's horrible. They wear perfumes, want to cover up their own smell. Well, if they're smelling in a way that's offensive to a woman, there are two reasons for that. One, they've got very, very bad diet, too many beers, too many fats, those sorts of things, means you smell rank. That will put the woman off. If you cover it with perfume, that really is, no matter how much money you have or what you have, and the woman may be excited by the idea of you, and you're going to help her, whatever, financially and whatever. She'll be excited by that. That's natural. That's what I put down a woman. That's natural. But if the odour in the man is contradictory of poisonous to her, in the end, that's an irritation that will build up and build up and build up. In the end, she'll want to reject the man altogether. When she starts, even though she can't say so, even though she can't say, no, I don't want to make love with you, no, but she will feel it. That, and if a sexual pheromone, the odours she gives off to excite the man, will come to an halt. That is a cause of erectile dysfunction. Because in nature, in the primate world, it is the female that initiates the sex by these odours. We've changed it around by making the female the embodiment of all visual pleasures and all that, with the bikinis and naked pictures and all that. Oh, it's all wonderful to look at and imagine. But in the end nature takes its course and is the most powerful agent in sexual activity and sexual attraction. So when everyone's rushing into relationships, we all do it, it's a big mistake. I honestly and truly understand now that the old idea of women waiting for 9 months after they've had sex with one man or broken up from a relationship, they should wait 9 months before they start another relationship. And then when they do not jump in bed with a man. Do not think you have to give him fellatio or head jobs, anything like that. When a man, you initially get involved with a man, women, if man is expecting you to give him head jobs and stuff like that, that is bound in the end to cause erectile dysfunction, because women will reject the idea of being forced or coerced in any way or expected in any way to do those things just to please a man. She may get a pleasure about it in the beginning, in the sexual excitement and all of those things, but in the end that will cause her these emotional feelings, which are if you like, they're part of the evolutionary mechanics. They're a quantum mechanical feeling, quantum physics. That is a fractals will change. She will change her disposition. That will, even though she doesn't say so, the man's emotional center will feel it. That will create him the anxiety, and he will get erectile dysfunction. No matter how fit or healthy he is, it's more to do with the actual sexual chemistry than what is imagined. Now the point is, if you really don't love each other, well, you're going to have to come to terms with that. If you can't stand each other, if the relationship broke down, it can't be mended intellectually. Relationships cannot be mended emotionally, they've got to be mended intellectually. You've got to be able to talk about it honestly. If you want a relationship to last, but it's worthwhile, because you're in some material contract, then you've got to be very, very honest about it. But in the initial stages, the most important thing to begin a relationship in is, do you smell right to the character when you've got no perfumes on, no shampoos on, nothing? When you're actually smelling your own self, when you've got a little bit of sweat on you as a man, when you walk amongst women, as long as you're not smelling too many beers, too many fats, when you're smelling natural, those women, go to a bar, those women not put off by your smell are the ones for you. The ones put off by your smell are not for you. Go to a bar, go out on a date without perfumes on. Then you'll find if women says, oh, I don't like your smell, you've learned something, you should say, thank you darling, thank you very much, I'm not offended, thank you. And find someone who's not offended by your clean natural odour. Because if your clean natural odour offends a woman, that's going to irritate her and eventually put her off having sex with you, and you will get erectile dysfunction, an anxiety problem, and you won't quite understand why. Now I'll deal with this again because it's an important subject to cover, a little bit more complex than what I've seen, and when we all got through these problems, what is it, and we have to deal with it and learn how to deal with it intelligently, otherwise it'll do your head in. But anyway, I hope this helps understand something about relationships, which I'm going to talk about more of later, because it's all about how we evolve our society to a more peaceful one through a better understanding of sexual satisfaction, because I think that's more important than material satisfaction in the end. It's not good being really, really rich and wealthy if you can't enjoy sex with a loved one or with anyone. Anyway, thank you very much. I'll be reiterating or elaborating on this idea a bit further later.